Welcome to what's up? It's me. You guys know me. It's exciting that we're here. Starting almost exactly at 6 o'clock, so we'll be done almost exactly before 7. Pretty magical, musical, all that. Am I being turned into clips right now? I don't know. Maybe some future version of me is clipping this. If you are, what's up, bro? You should know that you just cleaned your entire room. And, yeah, I guess that's pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. You cleaned your entire room. And now you're doing Keeping It Real. What do you think about keeping it real? I don't know. I feel like you think a lot about it and you do it a lot, but like sometimes it just kind of seems, I'm not sure what to say. It's just like you didn't have it, now you have it, and now it's here and now you have it. It's just such a weird thing to sort of like think about, I guess. And for one, I just don't think I really understand it. And I guess that's just weird because like I'm the one that does it, right? So you'd think that I should understand it. All that I understand is I'm 100% calling out of work today. And I feel bad about it. I haven't even checked the schedule to see if it's like they're going to get screwed or not, but the truth is, I could go. My foot is healed enough for me to work a shift at work today, but it's 6 a.m. I've been up all night because before, usually it's like this is the one thing I have to do every day is keeping it real on my social media. And this is the space that I do it in, and for so long, the space that I've done it in has been just absolutely filthy. And if I took the time to show the camera, I'm not. If you're interested in what this space now looks like, I will most certainly be showing this camera. It's right there in the back of the frame. The room. And that will be my 10-minute vlog for today, which will be released at the same time as Keeping It Real. So if you're watching this, that's out. And if you're curious to what the room looks like, well, there you go. There's so much going on in my mind when it comes to making videos and being online that it almost feels like a crime not to talk about it on Keeping It Real. So let's get into it. Every day, this stuff consumes my mind because the more I do it, the more I see this path where I am successful. And like my parents brag about me and my brothers envy me. And it's not that I want to be bragged about or envied. I want to be successful. And I think everyone can relate to that. Who doesn't want to be successful? There's definitely been a time in my life where I didn't want to be successful. And if you're out there and you couldn't care whether you're successful or not, you know, maybe successful is not the right word for you personally, but I don't know. You gotta find your why. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to, make any bold claims like I found mine or like I've discovered myself or something. But like the more time that goes on, the more that I do this, I just feel like I feel like there's just so much potential here. And if my foot really goes to the ground, like it could really take me somewhere. But in principle, this whole journey was started on the basis of consistency, right? I've told this story many a times, but I'll tell it again. We used to just make a 5-second clip. Matter of fact, we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of me on YouTube. So we'll eventually, coming up soon, we'll play that clip. Technically, we've already passed the 1-year anniversary, but that was a different channel, and those videos were meant for just one person and not the whole world. And if you want to get technical, my, I could play the Kadis Bros trailer on YouTube. And it's been many years since then. But, I forgot what I was really getting at or saying. Consistency. And it's this weird cat and mouse game with the mind, because I believe I am capable of a consistent foot to the ground, right? But I kind of feel, I don't know, a little bit like scarred maybe. I don't want to make myself like the victim or anything here, but last time I put my foot to the ground in anything was a relationship which ended. And I don't know, I just felt like, I don't know, and I get that this could get taken away from me. I understand that. I understand that at any moment this could stop. And it wouldn't matter why. This could be my last Keeping It Real episode ever. But I think I landed on this because, I don't know, that seems less likely. It seems more stable. These are multi-billion-dollar companies that run these websites that have been around for decades and have strong, secure business models and are intertwined into the fabrics of our society. So, I don't know, as safe as a bet as chasing money is, I think posting videos, I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to say like posting videos makes money. I'm just trying to say that like to invest time into something, it would be like, I don't know. I guess a relationship is kind of the only thing like that is as fragile as it is. Unless you aren't, because nothing else, there's nothing to be compared to it. And I don't know. If anything, I just want to say that I'm really grateful to be able to be talking into this mic. And I'm really grateful that I get to do it every day. I have gotten to do it every day. It's really just this moment right here, me to you. I am profoundly grateful that I get to be here. I feel lucky, and I feel like I really just want to focus on the moment, focus on what I'm saying, focus on what it is we're doing here, because I'm never going to get it back, and you never know. It might be the last one ever. So, now I want to talk to you about the exact same thing. I want to keep on talking about the same thing. I saw something that said the only reason things are beautiful is because they can be lost. So it's almost like this is a one-way street. It's really just me versus me, right? There's no girl. It's not a relationship. It's just me on YouTube. And right now, I don't think it's that beautiful because we're not really at jeopardy of losing this. It's just 2 hours a day. You know what I mean? It's just 2 hours a day of work, and I got 6+ hours to spare free time. So the other 4 is whatever. I just got to knock out this 2. I think what would make it beautiful is if I used all 6 every day, nonstop, like a hungry animal. And I poured my heart and soul into everything that I put out, and I put out more. I put out better. And I didn't care what anyone had to say about it. I didn't care about the views. I didn't care about the comments, the likes. I just cared about my routine, my dedication, my consistency. I just cared about doing it again and again and again, like feverishly, like almost like inhuman. Like doing it like a guitar player would play until his fingers bleed, or a runner would run until his mind gives out. It's just like this, like, to have the gift to grind is a gift, and to not use it is almost like a insult to what I was given. I'm given this mind, and this mind only really can show itself by doing its thing. So if I let it just kind of hum in the background while it watches YouTube videos and eats junk food, then it's kind of like I'm slowly killing it. You know, it's like it's disrespectful. It's insulting. It's not fair. It's not fair to, it's not about me. It's about like me in like a third person sense. Like, there's so many ways to go about saying this, right? Like, what about all the people that might cross your path? I've said this one a trillion times. Like, what are they going to see when they see you? Are they going to see something inspiring, or are they just going to see something gray? I hope they see something inspiring. But it's not something that can be like hoped into existence, you know? It's like the only way to inspire is to work so damn hard that others wonder how you even did it. I listened to a lot of music in these last 4 hours. Lots of music. I have a crush on this girl that I have no idea who she is. I've gone back and forth in my mind. I have seen her 2 different times. The first was at a birthday party. That's when I met her. And the second was at work. It's like something about her face, you know? And I feel like these things are like self-inflicted. Like, I feel like I put myself here. You know what I mean? And I honestly don't think I'm too deep at all yet. Like, I think I'm very capable of like snapping out of it. But it's like, for some reason, I'm pushing myself to stay in it, not snap out of it. I think that's just because it's, I mean, it could be a number of factors. It's been a long time since I had sex with somebody my own age. It's been a long time since I've gone on a date. And it's been a long time since I've, you know, had a girl to think about that, like, actually is likely thinking about me. Sure, there's been tons of girls that I like and, like, think about and stuff, but, like, it's just, like, these little flashes and phases, and, like, they, you know, not reciprocated or not communicated, whatever it is, it just dies out, and it's just, like, a spike. But right now I'm kind of craving something like a hump, you know, like a hill. Like, I want to see if I can stretch the spike out a little bit, you know, just because, like, I don't know, I don't know, I kind of feel like I owe it to myself. My history with dating and love and such, it's like I went from like before puberty, bang, hit puberty, right when I hit puberty, bang, serious committed relationship, telling her I love her so much, you know, so like you know how intense that stuff is when you're young. It's like a different kind of intensity. It's insane. It's insanity. And you know, when you lose that, I lost that, and it's like dead, dull. And then I just ride these spikes out for years for years. And then I moved to Raleigh, and it's like, I don't know, it's like I'm just like lost and dead, you know? And then I finally was like, all right, I don't know, I don't even think it's been enough time. It's been over a year now since my last serious relationship, and I still feel like I think something new about it every single day. I've come a long way. It no longer crushes me to think about. It just sort of pops into my mind and pops out. And it's just, no different than like, I wonder if it's going to rain today, or I wonder what my next meal's going to be, or you know what I mean? Like it's nothing. It's like, it's so funny. It's just a thought. It used to be like, it used to feel like I died. It used to feel like I literally had died. I felt so like crushed and worthless. And I knew I'd come out of it. I knew I'd get to where I am today. But like, just because you know that doesn't mean it hurts any less. Like, damn, I remember. I won't let myself forget. I was really dark. Really dark. Man. And this is what I want to say. It was because I lost it, because it went up in flames, I think I'm able to realize what I had. You know what I mean? Because I gave up. She's sobbing, crying. I remember it. I remember feeling like this would be like if I dug deep like I had dug deep all those times before, this would make it like the third time that I've convinced her not to break up with me, the third time. And I thought about how tired I had been the past 3 days, how she barely reached out to me, and how I was trying so hard and it didn't feel like she cared at all. And now she's crying in the car to me, telling me she wants to break up. And her reason is because she doesn't feel loved. And so I sat there silent because I knew what was going to happen. Yeah, my heart dropped and I felt like crazy mode, but like I let it happen because I don't know. I felt like I was suffering. I think I felt like I was suffering and suffocating. Suffocating isn't great. I felt like I was suffocating. I felt like she was suffocating me. And I thought, whatever shock comes with her leaving, at least I'll be able to breathe again. It's like I didn't articulate those thoughts as well as I do now, but I can look back and tell you with absolute certainty that's exactly what I thought in that car, in my car, in that parking deck. And so she got out, and I drove, who knows? I know I didn't go home. I was like, that was crazy. It was like all that effort, all that mind power, all those nights I spent sleeping in that bed with her when I never sleep in a bed with anybody, and it was hard to sleep, and I lost sleep. And all those times that she was, impossible, but I still sat next to her and still just tried to see what I could do. It was like all for nothing. Like 4 months of my life. And that's, I waste 4 months of my life all the time. Drink for 4 months, smoke weed for 4 months, fuck around 4 months, not in school for 4 months, But something about this is just different. Because for those 4 months, it was like I really gave everything that I had. And it was a bit of like an identity crisis, a bit of an ego shock for those 4 months to transpire, and then in the span of one afternoon receive a notice that, there's no other way to interpret it sometimes than everything you had wasn't enough. People a lot of people subscribe to everything happens for a reason, or if it's meant to be, it will be. But I'm not really one of those people. I'm more of a do what you think is right and write your own story kind of person. And it's like, that's my story. And then this is a chapter of my story now. And it's like, well, where does the book go? Where does the book go? I think right now I'm thinking how can I choose, how can I know, what is it about a partner that, what is it about two people that makes this work? What is it about a boy and a girl? What traits mesh that they just spend their entire life together? And I don't know. Even though that chapter is so detailed and I experienced so much, the only thing I feel like I know after having done that is how I could make it work with her if we tried again. You know what I mean? And it's like I'm never gonna this. That's never gonna happen. I'm you know what I mean. I'm not ever gonna reach back out to her. It's not ever gonna. And if we do cross paths, we won't even be the same people. It's the only thing that I've learned. It's the only I went through so much and suffered so much. Yet the only thing that I know is what I could have done differently, but there's no differently. I don't get to go back and do it again. And I think that's why a breakup stings so bad, is because it's just horrible. It's just a simple moment in life in which no good comes from. And that's why I think that everything happens for a reason, and if it's meant to be, it'll be stuff is just bogus. Because that's just pain. It's unnecessary pain. It is cruel and unusual it is suffering, and all suffering is unnecessary. You do not have to suffer if you don't want to. Now, I invite suffering into my life. This keeping it real stuff and this video stuff, it is not a walk. It is not a walk in the park. It is fucking hard to put myself out there publicly every single day. I just want to I do. It would be nice to have a break. It'd be nice to hide a little bit. It'd be nice to, cut out the what's next thoughts that are always happening. What's next? That's all I'm thinking about. It'd be nice to shut it all off. But this is the kind of suffering that I want. When I was with this girl, there was suffering. I was changing my life. I was, I was changing my life, and I was suffering as a direct result. I was actively suffering, but I understood that. I recognized that, and I even knew before I had begun the journey that it would come. It's what I wanted. It's what I wanted. And I cannot explain to you people how true it is. That the grass is always greener on the other side. No matter how much you think you want the suffering, when you're in there and it is pain and you are suffocating, and it's like you think like the whole point of this is like I'm supposed to feel seen. I'm supposed to feel like she loves me. But I just feel like, she gave me this gift for Valentine's Day, I think. And it was like she wrote a note for me, but I couldn't even read the words. All I saw was this picture frame where she had put lipstick on and kissed the picture frame. And I was like, she doesn't even think about me. And she got me a jacket with my favorite motorcycle brand on it from the Honda, a zip up hoodie. And I'm like, she doesn't even like, I don't want this. I don't want this at all. She doesn't know me at all. She got me she made a ornament she 3D printed it where we're both sitting in the stadium, which was like one of our first dates at NC State Stadium. We snuck in together. And it's like a top-down bird's eye view of the stadium because she knows I love stadiums, and she knows that I was so excited to take her there. And she put us both with little dots in the 3D print, and then she put the date on the back. And I was like, what am I going to do with this thing? I don't care about this thing. I don't want this. She bought me a trash can. I didn't have a trash can in my bathroom. And she bought me the rings to hang my shower curtain up because I currently had it with zip ties. And I was like, I don't want these fucking rings. I like my zip ties. But it's like, do you even hear yourself, Jack? Like what? Like, she was really trying. It's so funny because looking back, I can, just as I know that I was trying my best, I can see she was trying her best. And it's like, if two people try their best, it should work. It shouldn't matter, if she's almost taller than him, or if he has trouble carrying her for, more than 30 seconds, or if she's a couple months older than him, or if she's about to graduate and get a job and he's still in community college, or if her family looks like this and his looks like that, or if two people try, it should work. Why? And I just, how could it? It's like it hurts to me that is something that I have to think about. Like, two people together that wanted to love each other and wanted to be loved by the other one. They both wanted that same thing, yet they suffered together. Like what? What? So now back to the present, back to reality. I mean, I might come back and talk about it more, because it's just like, how does this happen? Like, how can this happen? How is this? What am I not getting? So yeah, now there's this girl that I met that it's been so long since I've seen her. She doesn't talk much. I can kind of remember her voice. I think she just kind of listens. And her face. I think she's got a little bit of acne. I've seen her like twice now, or maybe just once, with she's like got like, she wears sweaters. When I met her, I think she had like an NC State one on and jeans. and she is skinny, and she has her nails done nice with a nice clean phone case. And last time friends spoke about her to me, they said she was like one of the boys to them. And you know, like I have these spikes, you know, pretty girls come into Jersey Mike's all the time. I asked the waitress out at a retirement home. This girl, I keep seeing this girl in the gym that I talk to, and it's always awkward, and there's always tension there, and we always like smile at each other really big. But like, I don't know, I don't really care. But here we go. Like, here's this girl that I'm talking about here. The one with the NC State sweater. And it's like, I'm purposely caring a bit. Just a little bit. To be completely honest with you, the friend whose birthday I met her at is coming to do episode 97, which is the episode right after this one. Today in 3.5 hours. Yeah, 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours he'll be in this room. And to be completely honest with you, like, yeah, I cleaned this whole room, and yeah, it needs to be clean, and yeah, like, I like that it's clean. I just don't think I would have cleaned it if it weren't for this girl who's like, she's got no idea that I clean my room, but like, you never know, you know, the buddy that I met her through is coming over. The reason that I saw her a second time after the first time was because of him as well. And he is like my bridge to her. So I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I mopped my floor. This place smells nice. The table is completely cleared. The shelves are organized and decluttered, and there's a couple new pieces of art up. I moved stuff around. I spent my entire 5 hours I spent cleaning. And I don't think I would have done that if it weren't for her. So I don't know. I there's a version of me that is like that. Like, if you could spawn me from a year ago, and he would be sitting right here, and we'd have a conversation, I feel like he'd say, "Okay, like get in contact with her, ask her out, get it over with." And to him, I'd be like, "Why would I do that? Like, I have no desire to do that. I have no desire to do that. Would I like to go on a date with her? Of course I would. Would I like to see her, spend time with her, get to know her? I don't know her at all. I'm telling you, she barely speaks. She barely spoke the time that I'm with her. The time that I saw her, met her, whatever. I'd like to actually know, maybe she's an actual serial killer. That's the thing though. I feel like we're all people, and I truly believe, like, in the deepest part of me, that like everyone, anyone could be your soulmate. I really do. I seriously believe that, and it's just down to chance. The chance of how you feel in particular moments that, you know, come together and things happen, and all of a sudden you die next to somebody you met when you were 21. You know, like, I really do believe that, like, people write their own stories, and if two people decide to intertwine stories, then they do. There's no soulmates or like spiritual connections. Like, it's just a guy and a girl that are both weirdly conscious yet still deal with lust, and then they fucking do things together. So yeah, if I'm talking to me from 1 year ago and he's right next to me, I'm going to say, hey, listen, man, you should look at what you've been doing before you give me advice. You just, after she told you she had no interest in you, you already got in contact with her a couple times. And after she said, stop talking to me, stop contacting me, you went and made like a manifesto, like 10 video series on YouTube for her. This girl, your ex-girlfriend from middle school. That's what you just did, bro. And you want to give me advice for what I should do with a crush that I have? You can fucking take a walk. Take a lap. Buddy, take a lap, all right? You are talking sideways. You're like Stephen A. Smith, and I'm like LeBron James, all right? My son plays in the NBA with me on the Lakers, and you're trying to tell me that he's trash. Chill the fuck out, bro. Lay a hand on me, I'll punch you. Is that what LeBron said? But you get what I'm saying. Like, I'm having lots of fun right now. Like, you get what I'm saying. Like, it's like, it just is what it is. And currently, it is me cleaning my room for my friend, who's like my friend first. Like, firstly, he is my friend. He is not just like a bridge to some girl I have a crush on. He is my friend. But like, I'm not going to talk. I seriously am not going to say a word to him. He listens to these podcasts and he might be hearing these words right now. P, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. This is like my personal diary, man. Like, this is like very personal and private stuff. And it's like my inner thoughts and feelings. And like, if I don't, like, please don't intervene. Like I am fully in control. Like, if you know what I'm saying? Like, if, this is where this gets complicated. This is where this gets extremely complex right now. So I'm completely done with this avenue, because my brain cannot handle the computation. Like, it's like I'm like a quantum bit right now. I'm like hyper processing. Like this is like yeah. It's like everyone and anyone can be watching this right now, and when you really focus on that, you become like. Because we all change a little bit. Everyone does it. Like, we change to our audience. We adapt to who we're talking to and who we're around. And when you're around everyone, it's like you're like split. Like, I like it because it forces you to like really just think, like, who are you, bro? Like, be you, because there ain't no better way to do it than be you. Like, all ears are on, so you better fight to be you. And you got to realize it's a fight. It's like being you is suffering. Yeah, so I think she's really pretty. And that's it, literally it. Like, I don't know. I learned about, okay, so when I met her, let me tell you all about everything. So when I walked into the restaurant where there's this birthday party, it's my buddy in question and his girlfriend also. And I even mentioned in podcast prior to the event, when I had the invitation, yet I had not gone, that I was, no way. No way. Will you come? Can you? No, stop. What? Where have you been? What? Good to see you. Wait, Jose, you cannot just walk. Oh, okay. You can use my bathroom. I just cleaned it. Come back. That man has been gone for like 8 business days. He's not going to come back. Okay, so what I was saying, let me tell you all about this, because this is going to help. This is pretty selfish of me, because this is like makes me like, gives me dopamine to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes me like, and that subsequently makes the time pass faster. And what I need right now is time to pass, because the more that time slows down, the more I focus on how tired I am. And I can't go to bed yet. I have a fuck ton of videos to make before I go to bed. So here we go. I walk into this restaurant. Let's start. I want to go very slowly and draw this out. So if you're a listener that listens to every episode, even passively, you may remember, or you may just know in general, how I really get excited for events that I'm invited to, especially ones in which the guest list is to be questioned, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like every day I spend a lot of time around my best friends, my roommates, and I'm so grateful for them. And then I have my coworkers at work, and I'm so grateful for them. But then there's these rare times where like I end up at someone's, I guess, birthday. I mean, this is birthday, like birthday party, or like someone's like party, or like some sort of mixer or gathering, like through a friend of a friend. And like, even if it's, I find out, no. Look how clean it is in here. Will you come on camera and just say hello and like for just 1 second? Where have you been? Look how I neated everything up. What's up? Okay. Around? Yeah. Like where? Around town. You for real haven't been asleep? No, dude. Look how clean this place is. Can you smell it? I mopped the floor and everything. Nice. What happened to your bed? After this, I'm gonna go shave. I'm gonna go to the barbershop and cut this off, and then I have a guest coming for episode 97. Are you going to bed? Good night. Okay, so let's skip the pre part. Let's cut to it. Or no, we can stay. So like, you get what I'm saying. I made my point. I made my point. I believe it's like I don't know. It's like let's put it this way. When you go out drinking, there's like multiple things that make that really fun. Multiple reasons why that's like the highlight of your week and why you look forward to Friday. And it's all throughout that day, right? You wake up Friday and you know that you're going to get to start drinking, right? That's the big one. Then you also know that like you're going to drink with your friends and hang out with all your friends together, right? That's a huge one. And then you know that you guys are going to go out and hit the town amongst other strangers looking to mingle. And that's like the other third big one. And those three like make up the experience, I feel like. And for me, this one, I don't mean to flick you off, but this one is the best one. Going and mingling with strangers. And I know there's got to be a bunch of you out there that relate to this. But like when you walk into a room, and it's a new room, and you walk in, it's like, dude, like, you get to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like the honeymoon phase of being yourself every time that you get to do that. Because I am myself, and I work to be myself, right? But it's like at home with my roommates' best friends and everything, or at work with my coworkers, like the more time I spend with each of those groups, the more myself feels like, I don't know. I don't want to say like suffocated or like suffering, but like, it's like, I don't know how to put it. It's like when you get those new eyes on you, you know what I'm saying? And like, you're smiling and you're cracking jokes and like, you're meeting people and shit. Like, there's something to be said about that feeling. and sue me. All right? I haven't watched porn or touched myself. Actually, that's not really necessarily true because I've touched myself. I have my hand in my pants a lot, but I haven't like masturbated, I think is the right word. I have not watched porn or touched myself is kind of incorrect, and it sounds weird, but so does masturbated in porn. It's all disgusting. I have not watched porn or masturbated since the 3rd of January. And I think that also, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would not hate it if a girl just started putting her hands on me and was like, you want to go back to my place? That just wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. So it's like these events, like these house parties and these like going downtown and stuff, they really excite me. It's like, it's just really exciting. And I don't know. I feel like it's the same excitement that I used to get when I go on Hinge dates, which, by the way, Hinge update, I have canceled my subscription, so it will not renew. Of course, I already did that, but I deleted the app. I'm off Hinge. I never made the video. I never redid the profile. It's just not, I don't need to be on Hinge at all. And sometimes I knew that, sometimes I don't, and I can't lie to you. Next week I might re-download it and say, let me give it a shot. But like right now, it's just like, nope, I don't. Hinge is just a distraction. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need not another reason to stare at my phone. My phone is a very useful tool, but it should only be used for texting and calling. Like, I do not need to be on social media, or much less Hinge. Like that, Hinge is no way. So anyway, I don't know. I get really bubbly, and like when like these kind of things it used to be weed, right? I would like, when I knew I was gonna get really high, I'd get like really excited. The dopamine is the highest, and like I don't want to keep using the word dopamine. It makes me sound dumb because I just keep using that word. But the chemical release in your brain, that it's that high feeling. You're the most high. You're the most stoned. You're the most euphoric leading up to the event. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not true for a first-time smoker or a first-time lovemaker, but for the addicts, for the ones that have been around the block, for the ones that have abused the actions that have made them in the past feel. And I feel like this is something relative to very intelligent people. The smarter you are, the quicker and easier you can replicate situations and trick your brain into being extremely happy. And it's ironic, I think, because you'd think the intelligent people would be able to avoid the traps of addiction, but that's the path to it. So then they find themselves like now me, I find myself wondering, like, is it wrong to hype myself up for these events like I do? Is it wrong? Because now I know what I'm doing, right? I know that like the whole drive to that birthday party, I was blasting music and I was like out of my body, so excited, because I knew that if it was his birthday, he has a girlfriend, and that increases the chances of there being girls I haven't met there by like a solid number. Like, it's very likely I'm about to meet girls that I don't know, and here goes this whole, like, I get to be myself. I get to flirt. I get to crack jokes. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I get to like try my best to run a room or like be somebody, or like, I don't know. It's like, even if that's not even how it plays out, it's like just the thought of it happening, just the thought of, it's that build up, it's that lead up, it's the manipulation of my own brain. So it's like, whew, it's all flooding in and I'm like soaking it up. And I feel like that's irresponsible and guilty. And I feel guilty for doing that, because like At what expense am I doing this? At others' expense? Possibly. Because if I were to not manipulate my own brain in this way, then maybe I'd be able to establish a routine and become the example that I so desperately want to be, and advance my career and be stronger, and you know what I mean? And then maybe a girl would attach herself to me, and instead of, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's a gray area, I think. Unless maybe I've got it all figured out with words, I just can't seem to act on it. Maybe this is what I'm saying is like, I literally need to stop. I need to stop what I'm doing. I need to stop doing what I do, which is like envision perfection and let that be it. Regardless, let's push through that and see what else we can discover. I just want to keep talking about this girl, and we haven't even talked about her at all yet. I mean, there's not much to say we're not even talking about this girl at all. We don't even know this girl. We're just talking about my feelings. Continued. So, I'm elevated, and when you're like that, drug addicts will get me here. When you're like that, it's like no one can stop you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are riding this wave, and you're going to do your best to make everybody you come in contact with believe that you're literally just always like that. And this is your consistency. You are consistently just an awesome person to be around. And it has nothing to do with your selfish manipulation of your own chemicals. It's just simply you're a super hard worker and you like to be charismatic and make people laugh and feel at home. That's just who you are. And they just happen to come across you. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? This is enticing stuff. It's you get to become that guy. And so that's what I walk right in there. And the first thing I realize is the table's split, half guys, half girls. There's 6 on each side. Boing. Can't believe it. Immediately clock the one girl that I'm this is 100% whom I find the most attractive at the table. She doesn't really fit in with the other girls, and I like that a lot. So I walk up, and I'm smiling. I go to say hey to everybody, and I pull the chair out right next to her because that's the first seat open that I see, and then I walked. It's the closest seat to me. And then my buddy's no, you sit next to me. And he scooted over and scooted everyone else over. So then I pushed that chair back in. And that was probably the first time we made eye contact. But I'm so amped up on my own fucking frequencies. You know what I'm saying? I'm so juiced right now on the cocaine of life. You know what I mean? I'm just I don't even remember looking in her eyes, but I probably did. I would imagine if someone grabs a chair next to you from behind, you turn around and look at who that is, right? So I'd imagine we did meet each other's eyes just then, but I can't remember that for shit. All I remember is my own selfish recount of the entire dinner experience, and that entire recount is my inner monologue being okay, hot girl, what do you do? You know what I'm saying? So now I go sit down next to my buddy, and 80% of the time over the next hour and a half is me just talking to the guys, and the guys talking back and laughing. You get what I'm saying? But for 20%, I'm trying to cut. I'm trying to cut across that table. When I first sat down, I went around and got all the names, even though, I didn't remember any of them. I didn't even remember the hot girl's name, but she told it to me, and I'm realizing I didn't remember her name. The names was it, and then I introduced myself. I'm Jack, and then probably said some stupid one-liner that got a couple people to chuckle or whatever, and then it's just end of conversation, listening to him, complimenting him, answering him, all the guys. The guys are on this side of the table, but then I'm girls, girl. You get what I'm saying? And so I try my best to cut in. And it's hard and it's awkward because to begin with, the entire fabric of it. Like it should be stated that all the guys are on one side and the girls are on the other. I'm one person away from being in the middle of this. One guy away from being like the divider. And that's neither here nor there. There's no like benefits to that or con to that. It's just like simply something to be observed, right? It's nice because you get to just chat with the boys, and it sucks because you don't get to chat with the girls. It's nice because you don't get to chat with the girls, and it's sucks because you're just stuck talking to the guys. It's like it goes both ways, all the ways. Like it just is what it is. But I'm like trying to break in. Like now I'm like trying to like, because I've had this voice in my back of my head. Like I want to know about her. I want to talk to her. Like I want to see what she says when I say words to her. You know what I'm saying? Like I want this girl. So, when like board games are brought up by the girls, like I'm interested. Like I turn my head and like I try to say like, oh, what board games? But it doesn't, it doesn't stick. And then like, someone who grabs my attention are like guys. And then it's like, I had this game going, or someone threw something, and then I was like, and then I like got her involved. I was like, try and throw it, throw it in this or whatever, like throw a straw in the cup. And I was like, God. And then and then at one point in time, I was just like, this, I got to be direct. Like she has like this, I'm not making it obvious that I want her at all. I need to make it, you don't want to make it obvious, but like flirting is like this weird childish game where like you try to say things without saying them. So like instead of saying, hey, why don't you and I ditch this place and go have crazy car sex, I just said, what was your name again? You see what I mean? And then she says her name again. And at least that time I don't forget it. And yep, that was it. Then we all got up and paid and left. And that wasn't it. There's plenty more to say, but the episode's over. This was very fun. I had very fun talking about this today. Let me tell you, I had very much fun talking about this today. I guess it's not over. I guess we actually have a 3-ish minutes because we started the audio recording a bit early. So I can keep going. But I don't know. Now I feel like it's like I'm off now, Mom, I wonder, are you flying back with this episode? Like, I don't know. I don't know what you're doing, but this is a good episode. I feel like Mom is loving this episode. This episode is fire. This episode is like, we are on fire. Like, this episode is filled with good stuff. Like, stuff that you can listen to, Like, my words are going places. And my tone and mood is spectacular. It's like, if these words were written down, this would be a good book to read. You know what I'm saying? Like you can follow along. Like I make you feel like you're here with me. Like this is a good episode of Keeping It Real. Like we are all chilling right now. You get me? And like the cover art is also fire. Hello, new style alert, episode 96. So yeah. I'm grateful that I get to like think about this girl. You know what I mean? Like that's not something that always gets to happen. Like I don't always get to there's not always this is not always a situation that I ever really have ever. Like this is a one of one thing, and I'm like at any moment. At any single moment, it could be like, oh yeah, she's been dating this guy for 10 years. Or like at any single moment, I could realize that I don't want to think about this anymore because all of a sudden it's not fun, Or at any moment it could just all end. So I'm really grateful that I get to have fun and smile talking about something, You know, like I'm just happy about it. And with that, this has been episode 96 of Keeping It Real. I'm your host, Jack Kadis. Always looking for guests, always looking for sponsors. We are going to fill this wall up behind me. If you haven't noticed, it's been slowly being taken over with Keeping It Real thumbnails. And what else? I think that's it, really. Thanks so much for watching. Mom, I love you. You're actually the greatest human being in my life. Goodbye.